Welcome to the February gathering around the pond, Sunday, February 1st. January 30th, 2015. Dear family of light. Once again we are about to enter a new month, as once again we have the opportunity to come together and pool our resources, as the CCs like to say. For this upcoming Sunday is February 1st, and at 2100 Oslo time we will have our monthly gathering around the pond. This is what the CCs wanted to share about it. Rejoice, dear ones, as you have once again elected to be a part of this wondrous collective that is furthering the development of this evolution. For you are the awakened ones, the ones that have chosen to go where no man has gone before, and to do so with your eyes and indeed your hearts wide open. As once again you will do an important collaborative exercise where you will be guided to come together in a very new way, based upon the current level of frequencies that you as a group now represent. And let us simply say that it is more than impressive, for over the last period of time, you have managed to acquire quite a few new strings to your formidable instruments, as we have already told you, and we venture to guess they will be more than ready to be tried out as you sit down to engage in what can only be described as a veritable flood of activity. For as you come together during this upcoming event you call the gathering, you will all have the opportunity to play to your heart's content, and when you do that, you will once again set astir this ocean of potential that surrounds you on all sides to such a degree, some very new constellations will be born. We use the word constellation for a very specific reason, for what you are co-creating now, is something that will be literally mirrored in the heavens above. For what you do for all, and as such, your creations will not only have an impact on this planet, but also far beyond. For the reach of your ambitions is nothing compared to your actual ability to create, for that far surpasses anything you can conjure up in your mind, and as such, these get-togethers ring out far and wide, much, much further than your intellectual abilities are able to comprehend at this stage. Be that as it may, for in your hearts, you will know that this orchestra that you are an important part of will create a piece of frequential music that will touch not only the hearts, but also the very soul of creation in such a way, you will all be hailed as the creator gods you truly are. For once again your little event will be a major one, not just for the individuals involved, but for all of creation, and even if we know that our lack of details concerning just what it is you actually do during these get-togethers is more than frustrating for some, let us just say that you constitute a mass of vibrating strings that together is capable of co-creating in ways that no others can copy. We do not say this in order to make you feel superior to others, for that is not the case here. What we are saying is that you are unique, a one-of-a-kind group, composed by a clearly defined spectrum of frequencies that has no match anywhere else, not on this planet, nor further afield, and as such, no others can do what you do. For you have come together to be this group of individuals, all bringing in their own individual traits to this amassed orchestra of frequential harmony, and now, this harmonic convergence will once again be called to step up to the stage and perform a piece of what can only be called divine inspiration. For you will follow that inner set of navigational charts that will ensure that the course you take during this event will be perfectly aligned with so many others connecting with your field to do what you do, and as such, the add-on effect from all of this will be magnificent indeed. Not only that, it will also leave tracks that will ease the passage of those coming after you, for they are more numerous than you are perhaps aware of at this moment in time, and so, what you do will once again break open new ground for all. It will also serve to strengthen some connections that have already been made, but has so far yet to be fully explored by any of you, so this event will in many ways open new doors and light up some very new corridors that in itself will help to lessen the strain on the conductors that are already deployed. We speak in parables as usual, but what we are trying to convey is simply this. This upcoming Sunday your combined output will ignite a vast set of carriers that will help you all to entrain even better with the new frequencies that have yet to arrive, but will do so over the next few weeks, and as such, This one-time event will keep benefiting you all for a very long time indeed. Not only that, it will also serve to connect you all even deeper together, for yes, you all still have a ways to go before you can fully access the channels that are already in situ. Again, you already have everything you need at your disposal in order to complete the monumental project that this event is simply one small portion of, but in order for you to be able to fully utilize all of the tools and all of the potential and indeed all of the frequential assistance that is here for you, you need to be able to do so without overloading your physical body in any way. Hence, this long line of ever-increasing administrations of these new frequencies as step by step, you are getting to the point where you will be able to take it all into full use. And now, you once again stand before one of those major steps that will help to lift you all both as individuals but also as a collective just that much closer to that point. For it will be another one of those pivotal moments that will accelerate your development greatly, so once again we thank you all on behalf of all of creation for adding your by now formidable voice to this gathering. It will indeed be a memorable occasion for us all, and even if your memories from the actual event may be more or less sketchy afterwards, let us remind you that your participation will be no less than 100% no matter what you self think you add to it. For your individual energy is so deeply woven into this grid of enlightened matter by now, you cannot fail but to give it all. For that is what is in your very nature, for you are indeed the change makers, the ones that have taken it into their hearts to go all the way, and now, another surge forward is imminent for you all, by way of this informal meeting you have given the name of the gathering. So we bid you all welcome to the next step towards your future. It will be one that will be applauded by us all. What a blessing it is to be a part of this amazing group of souls, and to be a part of this collaborative exercise. Thank you for adding your voice to this event. I am really looking forward to hearing you all play to your heart's content. With love, light and eternal gratitude from me, Escher. Here are some examples of local time that corresponds with 21:00 Oslo time. London 2000 hours. Helsinki 2200 hours. Sao Paulo 6 p.m. New York 3 p.m. El Paso 1 p.m. Los Angeles 12 p.m. Singapore 4 a.m. Monday. Tokyo 5 a.m. Monday. Sydney 7 a.m. Monday. You can find your local time here at www.thetimezoneconverter.com. As always, you can do this whenever you feel it is best for you. All you need to do is to sit down and connect with this energy with an intention of being a part of this gathering. A short update on the energies. January 27, 2015. By now, much has been set into motion that will once again necessitate a period of incubation before it can take fully hold, and what we mean by that is simply this: you have once again completed one of many cycles whereby your energetic environment, both on the inside and on the outside, has been reset to such a degree, the overall effect it has on your physical and mental vehicle is so great, it needs to be incrementally digested. In other words, look upon this as a period of more quiet reflection, and when we use the word reflection, we use it on purpose. For now is the time to not only cast your eyes about in ways that will be better suited to take in the inner workings of your own physical vehicle, but also in a manner that will enable you to entrain yourself with what is being broadcast from all the sources around you, both in the way of all of the physical sources for these new frequencies, but also the more esoteric ones. Again, our choice of words may seem to cloudy up the surface of this wonderful mirror you are all part and parcel of here at this gathering place you call the pond, but in effect, they will help you the better to see what it is that is in actual fact taking place beneath what is at times a rather stirred up surface. For even as you come together, your own energetic interactions will set things astir, but they will do so in a good way. For this pattern of crisscrossing wavelets that your outpourings here at the pond create, will help to engender some very clear and defined responses in those deeper layers both in you as individuals, but also in this magnificent collective unit that you are all a part of. Let us explain. As we have talked about many a time before, you all carry a unique frequential signature within your system, while at the same time, there is also a part of your energetic makeup that is a perfect match with the collective vibration that is being engendered here at the pond. And so, like the more complex musical instruments, you are all polyphonic. That is, you are capable of entraining yourself perfectly by allowing that unique frequential signature of yours blend in with that clearly defined carrier tune that constitutes the basic structure for this entire unit. In other words, you vibrate not just in one energetic note but in a whole harmony, and even if your signature tune will always differ from that of the others, it will also harmonize perfectly with that ever-expanding group of individuals that you are here to co-create with. For just like the basic swirls on the tips of your fingers all resemble each other in such a way, they make a harmonious whole if you compare them individually, they also differ from each other to such a degree, none are a perfect match to another. But still every sequence and combination of swirls and loops are needed in order to make the whole construction complete, and so too it is with your energetic frequencies. And now, all of you have added another set of strings to your lyres as it were, and just like any seasoned musician, you need time to familiarize yourself with the new sound of your instrument. For even if that instrument is one that you are more than familiar with by now, after all it consists of the very essence of your being housed within that same physical frame you have had ever since you came into flesh this time around. Now, that instrument has acquired a whole new range of harmonic potential that you have yet to explore. Not only that, these new frequencies will also allow your interplay with others to evolve to a much higher degree, so therefore you all need time and indeed space to allow this new range to extend itself fully. So again we say know that all is well even if everything may feel even less familiar than before. For that is why you are here, to keep pushing that envelope further and further out by taking new steps in literally every direction. For every time you receive these emissaries of light into your system, they come to accompany you on that next step of this journey, and as you are all more than aware of by now, every step of this journey will inevitably lead you into uncharted terrain. So take some time to sit and pluck your new strings, and try to listen into what it is they are telling you. Also allow these new notes to drift out into the ethers, for when you allow these new notes to emerge from you, you will set off the corresponding vibrations in those around you connected to this same orchestra, and then, you will all help to entrain each other in such a way, the combined output of all of these new chords will reach another quantum level. Again, our choice of words may seem a bit flowery or obtuse for some, but be that as it may. What we are trying to convey is simply this: now your range has once again been increased. And we do mean that both in a very literal way but also in a more esoteric way. For you have now at your disposal an instrument that is capable of soaring even higher and reaching even deeper than what it used to, so do not hesitate to try out its potential. So sit up and listen to your own inner tune, and do not forget to take notice of what it is you hear coming to you from the at time perhaps still somewhat hesitant strumming from others. For when the vibrations from your own unique instrument is allowed to answer back, your response will set off some very new frequencies in the recipient of your response. And so it will continue to unfold, as these new frequencies begin to bounce back and forth between you all. So now, it is indeed time to play and time to listen, for this is not a one-way process, it is in actual fact a conversation that needs to take place. One where all are invited to say their piece, and one where all are welcome to have their say. For then, the symphony you create will be one that will move so much along with it in its wake. So do not be shy, dear ones, for even if you might feel like a novice at this, you're in actual fact an old hand at this kind of energetic conversation, so simply allow yourself to be creative. For you will not be judged in any way by your output. For the main thing is simply this: it is there for you to enjoy playing around with, for this is a vital part of being a creator, daring to allow the pure joy of creating be your guide when it comes to letting go. and only by letting go of any idea of perfection will you be able to create, for perfection is not the ideal to strive for here, that is merely an old imprint created to restrict you by setting up a standard for how, what and when to do anything at all, a standard that only serves to disable any and all thirst for creating. So just allow yourself to let go and enjoy the process of exploring in itself. And then what you will help to co-create will be beyond perfection itself, for then what you create will be as vibrant and as alive as only something coming from the sheer joy of creating from the heart can be.